In this episode, are you a wise man or woman? We tell you these characteristics that make up those people.
And on the flip side, we talk about Pickle Pete and the Pipe Zones. What's the best Pop-Tart flavor? Can guys go on bachelorette parties? And we are sick and tired of the video game hate. Mike, hit the music. Hey, all you goobers, it's time to say howdy to your favorite undersea creature, Peanut. And welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. No, this is not the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. We are back. Another great episode for you all. Hope you're having a great, fabulous day. If it's a Friday or Saturday you're listening, happy weekend. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Take that time to relax after a long, hard work week if you worked long and hard, which I'm sure most of you probably didn't. Mike, how are you doing? How are things?
Oh, I'm a goofy goober.
Yeah.
You're a goofy goober.
Yeah.
We're all goofy goobers.
Yeah.
Goofy
Goofy.
goobers.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Thanks for your participation, Matt.
You're welcome. I didn't know I had to, but I chimed in.
Clearly, you did not watch the SpongeBob movie 20 times in a row to see that the audience said, yeah!
It's been a while since I watched the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
That was funny that they got drunk off of ice cream sundaes.
Yeah, people don't talk about that enough. But like, what was in that ice cream?
Waiter!
And then they also, speaking in dolphin is cursing.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that enough either.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the uncut videos of like them actually doing the curse words in that scene?
That's probably awful.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
Gosh. No, Matt, I'm doing well. Ready for another episode. Enjoying our time on the pod, of course. We are ringing around the rosy with episode 229. Next week will be 230 or 230.
Yeah, that's insane to think about.
Mm-hmm. So, ready to do another episode? Matt, I know for the last 3 weeks, or the last 3 episodes, I should say, I threw you down the trivia gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts? I know we kind of were wrapping up and quickly moved on to the next thing, but just let me think, like, just to kind of bring it all together. You went through over 100 trivia questions. How do you feel?
I was disappointed there was no like test or like result from it. It was just the score. Like I wanted it to be like an actual like IQ test or something. I like random trivia. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. So I enjoyed myself. I do need to brush up on my history. Which I've been meaning to. Yeah, just a little, the amendment question still haunts me to this day. To this day. But yeah, I had fun. I like I said, I enjoy trivia. Yeah, well, what was your thoughts on the other end of it?
I thought you did well. It was a lot of editing, putting the correct answers and the incorrect answers, but and the skips, can't forget the skips.
Mm-hmm.
But from a place of getting your reaction to when you thought all hope was lost in some of those questions, like one example that like sticks out to me the most was what makes up, oh God, I forget what the question was. It was the very first episode. It was like what 5 countries in Europe make up.
Oh yeah.
And you got them all. And I was pretty impressed because I don't think I would have gotten it myself. But then even like silly things like who starred Lizzie McGuire? Like, who was Hillary Duff or Lizzie McGuire? Like it's sometimes you just have those random pieces of trivia in your head that like help out in a game of trivia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I love trivia. We got to do trivia at a bar or restaurant or brewery at some point soon.
I agree.
We'll kick
You'll
ass.
have to join us.
Yes.
So, well, Matt, you went through 3 episodes, probably feeling a little wise. And I thought to myself, let me find an article that talks about being wise, or the 3 wise men, or
Will the Wise.
Will the Wise.
Yep.
Where's that from?
Take a guess. What do you think that's from? Take a guess.
Will the Wise?
Yeah, Will the Wise.
The Office?
No.
Wise.
One more.
Stranger Things?
Yes, it is Stranger Things. Wow, that's a crazy pull. Holy shit.
It was either Peaky Blinders.
Head order off the Peaky Blinders. They're coming back, I think, with another season or another movie. Can't wait. Oh, it's awesome.
You is coming out again. Can't wait.
I stopped after like midway through season 2.
Yeah. So You is coming out. Outer Banks is another season that's coming out as well.
Can't wait for that.
I'm on the fence with it. We'll see.
Yeah, I enjoy Outer Banks, not for like, it's not like great television. However, it's entertaining and it's catchy, so I enjoy it.
Sounds like you're describing Madeline Klein, which was probably the main reason why before it all started.
Well, before, yes, but now I'm mature. I've matured now.
I've matured.
And now I can enjoy the plot.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yeah. Yes, the plot
is
thick.
How many C's? Yes. All right. So it's kind of interesting you mentioned that, Matt, as far as like maturing and all that. So I found this article from goodnewsnetwork.org because we need a lot of good news in our life here. Written by Andy Corbley. So people seen as wise share these characteristics all over the world. So what this article did was it was a study that explored conceptions of wisdom across 16 different world cultures, including Japan, Slovakia, Ecuador, and Morocco. So these researchers were from the University of Waterloo in Canada. It was aiming to identify a universal blueprint for wise conduct and character. So, Matt, what do you think were the key findings, or should I say, wisdom is perceived universally to include two primary dimensions? I know that sounds like a lot, but
man,
where do you think it falls?
Like category of being wise, I guess. Like I want to say, like what's not the word that came to my head was amphibious, but I'm thinking not amphibious, ambidextrous. Like you got to be a jack of all trades. Like you gotta dabble in a little bit of everything. And then the second one, I have no idea.
That's okay. So just to give a little bit of the study details. So the study included 2,707 participants from 16 socioeconomically and culturally diverse groups across 5 continents. Participants compared the wisdom of 10 individuals in different scenarios and rated their own wisdom. Findings showed that participants generally consider themselves, and then this is where the findings come in. So the two primary factors include reflective orientation or socio-emotional awareness. So to give a little definition for the both, reflective orientation includes characteristics such as logical thinking, emotion control, and application of knowledge. And then socio-emotional awareness involves care for others' feelings and attention to social context.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the ability to control your emotions is huge. Like understanding that, like when you have a thought, that thought leads to feelings. Those feelings lead to actions, which then leads to like more thought. It's just like a whole cycle. So being able to positively cope with your thoughts and emotions is huge.
Well, and even be able to control. I mean, I think we always hear about emotional intelligence in the workplace. There's a ton of times where we talk about that, and it's obviously very true that you have to have emotional intelligence in order for you to perform in a manner that is applicable to the workplace. Being able to react to something in a meaningful way or controlling that negative emotion and turning it into a positive emotion, I think that's important for everyone.
Yeah, and it's not even just like in the workplace. It goes into life in general. Like if you're not emotionally, I don't want to say emotionally stable, but if you don't handle your emotions well, you're not going to like be in healthy relationships. You're not going to have healthy friendships, relationships with your family. Yeah, all those things considered.
So some of the implications of this study. So the study's findings have implications for leadership, education, and cross-cultural communication, as we've mentioned. It suggests a universal way people may judge, support, and trust leaders, educators, and other positions of influence. They say that understanding these perceptions can help fostering better leadership and educational practices worldwide. So a quote from Dr. Maxim Rudnev,
nailed it,
was the lead author. I think I nailed it. It says, it is the first step in understanding universal principles and how others perceive wisdom people in different contexts. So Matt, in the study details, it said that the findings showed, so I did not mention what those two characteristics were, but showed that participants generally considered themselves less reflective, but they were more confident in their socio-emotional awareness. So being able to care for others' feelings and attention to social context. Social context is pretty huge now in this day and age.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to be able to not just interact socially, but like social cues is huge, and body language, voice tone, yeah, all of it comes into play.
Social skills, especially like reading the room.
Yes, got to be able to read the room. Many people don't.
No. And it gets awkward, and then you're like, all right, guy, like you need to go home.
I feel like I'm pretty good at reading a room. Like, even if it doesn't matter, like if it's at work or like at a bar or like just like walking into my parents' house, like I feel like I'm very good at reading the room and saying and understanding if it's like a high vibe or vibes are low. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I mean, I do it for a job, so it's
same.
People don't realize that when you work with people and when you work with people often, you typically attain skills that allow you. It was actually really funny. I will mention this because Jenna picked it up. So there was this one time, I forget where we were. So Jenna realizes, and I don't know if this just is from experience from work, and I'll be very vulnerable in this situation. So there's a time where I multitask in listening when I'm at like a social function. So what will happen is we are talking with a group and I'm listening. Like I really am, but I'm also listening to my surroundings because I never know what is happening. So, I could say this. I was at vacation.
Yeah, vacations are so confidential.
We were on a vacation and we were at a restaurant, and somehow we struck up a conversation with this guy. And, you know, he was kind of sharing his story of like him being in one state, moving to another state. And I was just like, okay, yeah, But at the meantime, I was waiting for the bartender. Like I was waiting for the bartender to say, oh, can I help? Who's next? But I was still listening. And Jenna was like, yeah, you had to make me listen to the whole conversation because you weren't listening. So she even picked that up.
That's something I'm not good at, like multitasking and listening, like in a group setting or like at like a work event or something like that. Like if I'm not focused in on that conversation, like if I'm trying to listen to the two at once, I'm not going to understand either of them.
Yeah. Well, and admittedly, I think if I'm at a work setting, I definitely have a little bit more keen listening, but I was on vacation. Like vacation mode was on, D&D was slipped on. So
yeah, you can't. D&D was slipped on.
Do not disturb. Got it.
Yeah.
That's what, when people say D&D, it's do not disturb.
I was thinking Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Swear on life. Where was I getting at?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, no. When you're on vacation, everything's off the table. You can do basically whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I had the hair grown out. Like I got the haircut recently, but I had the hair grown out. Wearing the same shirt like 3 days in a row to the beach. It was my long sleeve, so I call it my beach shirt. Like it was the time of my life.
Yeah. But like everything you do at home, like you don't have to do it. Like this is a joke. I don't even listen to April when we're on vacation. I'm just doing whatever. Just packing the cooler, getting on the beach, listening to my podcasts. I'm just in I'm on vacation from every aspect of life.
Even my own significant
from living at home, from going to work, from sitting in traffic, not doing any of it.
God, yeah. So that I consider you a wise man. A wise man.
We are a wise man.
Wise man. Congratulations on your successful trivia hunt. I'm sorry there was no like outcome or IQ result, but you are a wise man.
I had fun, so thank you. You are also a wise man.
Thank you.
Maybe one of the wisest men that I know. I can't talk today. Don't know what's going on.
Wow, that's a high compliment.
Well, yeah.
I'm being serious. What the hell?
One of the wisest men.
I hate wise for shit.
That's not true.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing this podcast if you weren't wise.
Oh, yes.
That's a fact.
Very wise. But shout out to all the wise men and wise women and wise gender inclusive individuals that you all are wise and we love you.
We sure do. All right, we're going to slide on in the second half of the show. A little buy or sell. Mike, why don't you go first?
Let's do it, shall we? I'm going to buy Polka.
Ah, yeah.
So Jen and I, a couple weekends ago, went to support some of her family into a polka band performance. And the first song they played was the Pennsylvania Polka. You know damn well I screamed. Started in Scranton. It's now number one.
Yep. It's the best.
It was loud. it was interesting, but it had that like fun vibe of like, this is unusual. Like I'm not dinner at a usual restaurant. I'm not kind of sitting in the park or going for a walk. I'm going to a polka band performance.
Polka music rocks.
It does.
Sometimes it rocks harder than like actual rock music. It's just the best. It's a totally different vibe.
Yep.
It's also cool seeing all the old people dance the polka. Like that gets me pumped up for polka.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fun vibe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did not have enough room to dance, but it was just cool to be a part of the experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's great going to like a local church festival and there's polka music at like 1:00 in the afternoon. It's like just like having a casual beer, some pierogies, cabbage noodles.
This band actually travels to do polka masses too.
Oh, that's sick. I gotta go to a polka mass. That'd be lit.
Oh, yeah. So shout out to the polka band that we went to go see. So, Matt, I'm also buying Pickle Pete. Pickle Pete? Do you know Pickle Pete?
I have never heard of Pickle Pete, no.
So Pickle Pete is a TikToker. He has started an episodic series. I believe I saw the highest he's gone so far is episode 97. What he does is he dresses up in a pickle costume. He has his own bagpipes. What he does is he stands out in front of a store. So I'll use the Home Depot, for example, and we'll say, I am at the Home Depot. Let's see if the Home Depot is a pipe zone. And what he does is unannounced, walks in and starts playing the bagpipes, Highland Cathedral, one of the top hits. And if nobody tells him he needs to stop or they need to leave, it is a pipe zone.
That is, if I think of like how to explain TikTok to someone, I'm going to go watch Pickle Pete after this episode. I would probably explain Pickle Pete. Yeah.
Yep.
That's phenomenal.
Almost all the stores that I've watched were a pipe zone, but it wasn't until today that I found out that one store is at least not a pipe zone. Take a wild guess.
Is not a pipe zone?
Yeah.
Can I get a hint?
Beauty, I think.
Ulta.
Very close to the brand. Sephora.
That was my next guess.
Yep.
Damn.
Sephora was not a pipe zone.
That doesn't surprise me. No, I don't think those people like that kind of music.
See, that was funny too, because like in the comments, like you could just tell Sephora is just so depressed in there.
Yeah, I mean, if someone walks in to a place and just starts playing bagpipes, I immediately get put in a better mood. Immediately.
Yep. Yeah.
They're the best.
We were walking on the boardwalk and there was a pub on the boardwalk and we just started. So we had, I forget what the scenario was. I forgot if it was, would you rather have, I forget. And one of it, at your wedding, would you rather have bagpipes or there was another thing? And I completely forgot the scenario. And Jenna was like, the other one. I don't want any bagpipes in my wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Bagpipes. Need the bagpipes.
I'm also buying audiobooks. Funny you mentioned podcasts.
Okay.
So Spotify, if you have premium, there is a couple audiobooks that are on Spotify if you include in premium. So I've had an interesting opportunity, whether it was sitting on the beach or just driving to work. Pretty stacked podcasts that I have throughout the week, but Tuesday is my day where I actually listen to my audiobook. So I had an opportunity to finish it, 2 audiobooks actually. And it's been so good because I've always wanted to read and I can't read. And I mean that hang on, not literature wise. I can't read. Like I just don't have the motivation to read.
Correct. Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I am able to read words. Not that I don't enjoy reading. I don't have the what's the word, time span or attention span to like just focus on reading like a book. Like I just don't have that.
It legit needs to be. I actually, speaking of, I bought an audiobook for like $5, but it's only 200 pages. Like it needs to be that small. It needs to give me that much amount of content and that many pages, or I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even like at work, like I have to read a lot of things in order to like do my job. So I come home, I don't want to continue reading. Yeah, no, I have to check out audiobooks because like I do like podcasts. Obviously, that might be breaking news to people.
I'm selling. Haven't flown my drone in a while.
Oh yeah. I need a drone update.
So, God, it's been a while. No, I have not gotten my license yet, but I've been having a little dibble dabble and just like every now. Well, I shouldn't say every now and then. I used to be every now and then just like pull out the drone and just fly it around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But since moving and all these different locations, I just did not want to risk it for the biscuit. So ended up being the flat past weekend. Shout out to Mark, my future brother-in-law, who also will be a part of my wedding. Mark bought a $60 drone from, oh God, where did he buy it from? Was it Aldi? I forget where it was.
Aldi's?
But,
The grocery store?
I gotta find it. Oh, I forgot where we got it from, but it was it's like $60. Like this, I said, I might as well bring my drone too. And like, we had some like downtime to kill, and I was literally just zipping through back and forth in the backyard. It was so much fun. But I haven't done it in a while. And the selling point is that I haven't done it. So
yeah, I totally forgot about that whole saga.
yeah.
Are you still interested in getting your drone license?
My train of thought is it hasn't been brought up enough where it's like I need to get my drone license to make money off of my videography. I've like oddly enough spoken to a pilot about it, and he's like, they gave you so much stuff to look at, and probably the test is not even that bad. And I was like, well, I appreciate the motivation, but I was like, I probably have to wait. And he goes, nah, man. He's like, just do your test. You'll be fine. And this man like flies. Like he's in a cockpit, you know? Like
Is the test north or south of Ben Franklin?
Oh, you mean the cost?
Yeah.
North?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Then I feel like, yeah, you need a specific reason to
like
get
a
that.
little north.
Little north.
Yeah. Not terribly north, but a little north.
All right. Okay.
But then you have to get retested and all. Like there is a process.
How long is the test for? Just a year?
I forget how long it lasts.
It's got to be more than a year. That's not worth it either. Yeah.
I think it lasts 3 years, 5 years, 3 to 5 years.
That's not terrible then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have a few. I'm going to buy bachelorette parties.
Oh, God.
This weekend, I'm going on a bachelorette party.
What?
I'm going on a bachelorette party.
Okay. Expound.
I have a friend who is a female who is getting married, and I'm very close with her and our friends, and I was invited to the bachelorette party. I asked what we are doing on said bachelorette party.
Nails.
And as far as I know, we're getting massage and getting Chinese food. So really, who's going to turn that down?
Trying to think what is the gender neutral for bachelor party. They got to have come.
I think it's just a batch party.
Batch party.
Batch weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's batch party.
Batch party. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm the only guy going. But it's all of like my close friends. Like I don't think there's anyone that I don't know going.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get to, I'm going to get a massage and get some Chinese food. That sounds like a pretty awesome weekend.
Last time I had Chinese, it did not work well for me.
We actually just got Chinese the other week. We tried a new local place, we found a really good Thai place, but I was like, I just want like a traditional Chinese place. Mm-hmm. Found a great place.
Nice.
Great dumplings.
Oh
yeah.
Dumpy dumplings.
Yep. I'm also buying Poptarts.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
Right. Well, so originally I was like, I pledge allegiance to raspberry the whole time.
Yeah.
Like just the whole, like you could not sell me on a different thing. The only thing I had to change, the only reason I needed to change was that it was like out of stock. So then it's like blueberry and then wild berry as the third one.
I've never had the wild berry.
Yeah. So the wild berry is like the purple with the blue little stripes.
Yeah.
Little swirls.
Yep.
But raspberry.
Raspberry's good. I like s'mores. S'mores is also very good for like a dessert Pop-Tart. I do enjoy the blueberry. Blueberry is very good. Yeah. Why I'm buying Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts can be expensive, right? I mean, you go to the store, you can sometimes 2 for $6. Yeah. We went to Sam's Club the other week. I got 48 Pop-Tarts for $7.
Nice.
I was like, that is, yeah.
I gotta go there.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, it was a steal. I looked at the box and I was just standing there staring at it. April was like, what are you doing? I was like, do you see this price? And she's like, yeah, you have to get that. I was like, yeah, I don't even eat Pop-Tarts that often, but now I don't have to buy them for like the next 6 months.
What flavor did you get?
So it came, half was frosted strawberry, which is fine. It's fine. And then 1 box of frosted blueberry and then frosted cherry, which I've never had.
Oh,
I'm interested to see how the frosted cherry. I was hoping there would be raspberry instead of cherry, but you can't pass up 48 Pop-Tarts for $7. You just can't. You
That's
can't.
ridiculous.
It's makes no sense, and I love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Sell. I'm going to sell guys who don't follow the urinal code.
Oh, what a bunch of losers.
These guys suck.
What the hell?
I'm not going to take the time to explain the urinal code because if you don't know, you clearly shouldn't know. But it's just common courtesy. Like, just there is a set schedule of what urinal to go to. Don't get up on my business if you don't have to get up on my business. You know what I'm saying?
There's nobody there. You pick a corner, and then everybody fills in.
Mm-hmm.
You skip one.
Skip spaces.
Don't need to be right next to the other person.
The worst is the guy when there's like 5 urinals and there's no one there, and you walk in and he's just in the middle.
In the middle. Oh.
That guy is a piece of shit. And I'm gonna go on record as saying that guy sucks and he should have no friends. I'm also gonna sell, just really quick on this one. Don't think we have to give much explanation. I'm gonna sell political ads.
Oh.
I am so ready for December, and I don't say that very often.
I mean, you say it often because you're ready for Christmas.
Well, no, I don't. That's November 1st.
I thought I heard December.
Yes, I'm ready for Christmas, November 1st. I'm ready for December because it will be past election time.
In November. Okay.
Yes, I'm ready for Christmas, November 1st.
November 1, but then election isn't until November 9th.
Yes, so I'm ready for December, so the election's far over.
Thank God you could celebrate. It's just like all the regular folk around here.
Yeah, everybody celebrates November 1st, correct. But I'm just so tired of these political ads, man. They're out of hand.
We have been getting so much mail.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
Wait, I'm sorry. Just to correct everybody, November 5th.
November 5th, yes.
I'm sorry. Well, depending on your voting location.
Christmas starts November 1st. The election is November 5th, correct.
I need to be right on this because that's...
Yes, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, November 5th.
Well, it depends on your state too. So, anywho.
I don't think that's... I think that's the primary, depends on your state. Everybody's election day is November 5th.
Okay, I'm not going to go on funny business. Ballotready.com.
Yes, shout out Ballot Ready. Yes.
Wait, no, it might be org. Hang on.
I think it is .org. Shit.
Ballotready.org.
That was a wild time.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What a wild time.
Yeah.
Look, that was during the last election.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing again.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. But yes, we have been getting so much mail.
Yeah.
And I've been getting, like, people say that they get a lot of texts. This is the first time in years of election cycles that I've been getting a lot of texts.
I haven't gotten a single one.
Mm-hmm.
I just jinxed myself. Knock on wood. Finally, I'm going to sell video game haters.
Yes.
So, did you see there was a poll? I guess, I don't know who made this poll. I don't have all the information. But they polled women on the most unattractive hobbies or traits that men can have.
Okay.
Number 3 was magic tricks. I think that's pretty fair.
Make your bitch disappear.
Number 2 was collecting figurines.
That's number 2?
That was number 2. That was also kind of shocking.
What?
Like, there are guys that make that their personality.
Yes.
However, a few figurines for like a specific reason or thing you love that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1 was playing video games.
What the hell?
I don't understand what this stigma around video games is. Do you understand it?
It's funny because I think I saw a TikTok this morning. It was like, if your man goes to work, if your man only goes to work, comes back home and plays video games with his friends, with his guy friends, marry him immediately.
Correct.
Like, he's not going out for happy hour with like the chicks that you don't have to worry about. He's not doing anything late in the afternoon. He's not going out to parties or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, he's literally going home. You see him home. He's playing video games with his best friend. Yep. What I will say, just to kind of balance it a little bit, I think men take video games a little too far.
Sometimes.
I mean, Matt, you spoke about college football a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying, like, don't bother me. Or
in that scenario, that was like a unique scenario.
I know it was very like what do you call it? Sarcasm. There we go.
Yeah.
It's very sarcastic. But then like people who play Call of Duty who like drop bunch of F-bombs and
Uh-huh.
then like really the disavow of the hard ER. Like
Yep.
it's not cool. And like but then it also depends on the video game. People say Fortnite's bad for like a 28-year-old to play, but like let me tell you, it's okay. Because I won't play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because it's toxic over there.
Yeah, very toxic. I mean, we play Rocket League. That's very toxic.
Yeah, oh yeah, Rocket League is very toxic.
But for the most part, like when guys are playing video games, one, if they're playing by themselves, there should be no issue with that. Like if you're just playing, like if I'm just at home casually and like I'm not gaming with you, like I'm probably playing college football. Like April knows I'm not talking to other girls. I'm talking to 18-year-old recruits that I'm trying to get to come to my school to play football. That is okay. But like if you're playing online, most of the time they're playing with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going out for Sunday brunch with the gals, getting bottomless mimosas, guy version of Sunday brunch is hopping on the game.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Now, we're not talking about our jobs. We're not talking about our girlfriends. We're not talking about our families or our feelings or anything. But that is maybe better bonding than Sunday brunch.
And guess what? It's free to a degree.
Yeah, I just had to pay like $80 to be able to play online stuff on PlayStation.
Wait.
Okay, you understand Fortnite's free because it's a beta game, right?
No, because it's a model that they hope that virtual currency is what is going to make the money, and then the stuff that they sell in the game is what is. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Like you can't say, "Oh, Fortnite is free," because how do you play on it? You either play on a PC or a game console. You had to buy that game console. You had to
Yeah.
The model is the game is free.
Uh-huh.
But in order for you to get the extra things, you have to buy, like it's called microtransactions. It's like all those apps that like, oh, it's free, but then you have to buy all this extra shit if you want to keep playing.
Correct. But the reason we don't have to pay to play online is because it's a beta game. Like almost every other game, you have to pay like PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo to play online.
Yeah.
So that was a funny story. I don't think I said this. I knew the charge was coming up a couple weeks ago, and I thought to myself, like, hey, I really need to like go on my account when I get home from work today to like see when that's going to happen. Because like at the time, I was trying to like crunch some numbers and just be ready for it. About an hour later, I got a notification at work that the charge got renewed.
Oh no!
So that was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. But yeah, there should be no hater on video games. Now, I will say two things. Guys should not blow off spending time with their girlfriend or wife or partner to play video games to a degree. Like it's different for us. Like we have a set schedule. However, if every night guys are just ditching their partners to play video games, that's not okay. I also think it's weird the guys that will play with random like 8-year-olds and like talk shit to them and trash talk. That's weird.
Yep.
That's creepy a little bit.
I'm still very upset that the figurines and playing video games were in the ranking of that.
Yeah. I think as men, we've been doing better about scaling back the video game time and scaling. I think we're being more social. We're getting off our couch. We're leaving our chairs. We're talking with other men, and that's good too.
Now that we're men, I'll change my underwear.
Is that all I have? Yeah, that's all I have.
Lovely. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow all of our good stuff at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. There you can find some good reels, some good tickety talks, and more extra content. Like our merch, where we live stream, where we play video games because we can.
Yep,
make
we
money.
are.
That's another thing. Sorry, I'm gonna just quickly come back.
Yeah, circle
you
back.
You can make money playing video games.
Yes, we've made money playing video games.
We have made money playing video games.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to quit our jobs, but
maybe one day. You never know.
Maybe one day. So, but by doing that and by tuning in, you're able to make us quit.
Correct. Yep.
Just clip that part there and just say where Mike says, "I want to quit my job to play video games."
We're back with highlights. Slowly but surely get back in that game. So yeah.
Ring-a-ding ding ding dong. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
Well, we're in September. Happy September, everybody. We have unfortunately come close to the end of summer. Christmas is 2 months away. So my advice, don't make that, don't. Oh, we can start right now if you want.
No.
Okay. My advice to you, go out and enjoy the sunshine while you can. If it's after work and it's a nice day, maybe go for a quick walk. Or maybe, what's a great thing? One of the most underrated things about the summer is not just grilling outside, but eating outside.
Oh,
Whether it's a porch or just like the back deck. So do that while you can. And, pretty soon it'll be winter. It'll be chilly. It'll be cold. And we'll have nothing to do but sit on the couch, get fat, lazy, and watch some sports.
Go sports.
Go sports. Yeah, so enjoy the sunshine.
Enjoy the sunshine. Walk on it. Trying to feel good. Woo! And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.